Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've seen any of our other recordings. If you are a watcher, if you are a subscriber, supporter, so on and so forth, welcome. I am your girl, Color Me Van Lynn, and of course on my channel we talk all things beauty. Hashtag all things beauty. So we talk about everything. We talk about love, relationships, family issues, a little bit about romance, beauty from the inside out. Today I wanted to pop on and share some of my Oud Vember favorites. Yes, if you don't know, I love the note of oud in my fragrances. Most of my fragrances that are in my collection have a little touch of oud in them, even if the note is not listed. And so that means we're going to be chatting it up a little bit about Middle Eastern fragrances, because most of my fragrances in my collection that have a beautiful, and when I say beast mode, mama girl scent to them, have a little bit of oud in them. Or if you want to say the technical term, agarwood. If you're interested in finding out which fragrances I pulled from my collection to share with you all today for Oud Vember, please continue to watch. Oh, hey, you're still there. Awesome. So we are going to chat it up about some of my favorite fragrances in my collection that have a note of oud in them. If you're not familiar with what oud is, it is a wooded note, a wood note, an aged wood note, or a woodsy note is what you would see in some fragrances that may be from America. Some designer fragrances may say woodsy notes in them. Could be oud, could be not oud. Normally oud is listed as the note of agarwood in fragrances, and that note does wonders for me in my body chemistry. And so I have a lot of fragrances in my collection and oils that have that note in them. I'm going to start off with a fragrance that I have to re-up on, I would say maybe once a year, that is really extremely inexpensive, and this one is an empty bottler that I'm going to show you. I think I pulled it. Let's take a look. Yeah, I did. This one is Oud and Rose, and I'm going to grab my glasses so that I read to you exactly what it says, because without any fluid in it, I can barely see that little writing that's on the front of it. So I got my oldie but goodies. These are the glasses I keep by my bedside, so they may look a little crazy. This one is from Crown Perfumes. It's Oud and Rose, and this is from Al Rahab. And this is what your bottle looks like. Okay, so hopefully with that glare you can kind of see what that bottle will look like. You can go to like Al Rahab's. This is so good. Even with nothing in it, you can still smell it. I absolutely love this. I love the note of rose. I love oud. This is so gorgeous. You can probably get this for like under, like, I think maybe $10. Some people may say this is a cheap frag. Let me tell you something. This lasts until you scrub down in this, and depending on what you spray this on, it will stay in the hair. It will stay on your clothing. So like if you're wearing something that like a scarf or something, and you spray your scarf and you don't launder your scarves after each wear, don't spray this on there. It will stay until. And I've got clothing that when I spray this one on, that after I launder them, you can still smell this. It is extremely potent. Beautiful fragrance. If you haven't checked out Al Rahab's line of fragrances, it is a Middle Eastern house of fragrance, extremely affordable. Yes, you can call it cheap if you want to. This lasts all day long. This is one of the most beautiful fragrances that I've ever had. It is so beautiful. It has the perfect combination of your rose. It's a little bit sweet. It's silky. It's got like a satiny finish to it. It is so sexy. This is something I definitely would never ever wear to work unless I had a hot day afterwards. This is sexy beast mode mama girl red light alert. Again, this is Oud and Rose by Al Rahab. So let's go forth with the next fragrance. These aren't in any particular order. I actually have several others that are in my collection that I absolutely love, that are celebratory for Oud Vember, anytime Vember. I normally like wearing these fragrances in the summertime. I'm kind of opposite. I wear my Beast Mode Mama Girl fragrance in the summer mostly, and then I wear my more lighter, fruitier, Not so much fruitier, but more my sweeter, gourmand fragrances, even aquatic fragrances in the cooler months. They just work better for me that way. This next fragrance, I can't quite remember what content creators channel I was watching. It's some years ago, and when I say years, at least 4 or 5 plus years ago. I was watching a recording on a review of a fragrance, or like fragrance hauls or something, and this is one of the fragrances that was mentioned by that particular person. And if I could remember what channel I saw it on, I would definitely give a shout out to that particular creator, because I love giving credit where credit is due. But it's been so long, I do not remember, honestly. This one is from the house of Frank Oliver. If you know, you know. I'm going to bring the bottle in closer. This one is Oud Vanille. This one comes in a male scent. It's in a blue bottle, exactly identical to this, you guys. And I still have plenty of juice in this one. I don't know if you can really see, but there's a lot of juice. I've had this in my collection for years, at least four some odd years. If you love the scent of oud, and you love vanilla, and you love just a really smooth creaminess to your fragrances, and you just love to smell good, trust me when I tell you this is absolutely gorgeous. I'll share with you something that I wear with this particular one. When I wear this, pink, Victoria's Secret pink, has a beautiful creamy vanilla body lotion that I love pairing with this, and I actually have a little bit of it on today, the pink vanilla lotion. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, I combine it with some other things to keep it lasting all day long, but when I use a body cream, I always love to use, you know, something that has my favorite note in a fragrance to kind of make it pop and make it smell absolutely amazing. This is gorgeous. I don't know all of the notes that are in these. I decided to just share and not go through all the technicalities of what's in it and what's not in it. But if you love oud, if you love vanilla, if you love rose, if you love a extremely, and when I say extremely affordable fragrance that's going to last all day long. All right, just a little sidebar. I don't know, for people who wear glasses, like I haven't been wearing glasses all my life. I'm new to this. I've been wearing glasses probably for about, let's see, I just turned 50. So I have been wearing glasses for, I want to say 2020, probably since 2020 maybe. That's the first time that I went and got my eyes checked, because I knew I needed glasses, like for fine print. And so I want to say 2020 is when I started wearing glasses. I do, because I remember going to the optometrist with my son and picking out my glasses. So anyway, so I think this may be my third pair of glasses. And when I tell you this prescription is totally different from my new prescription, and these are stronger, I think, than my new ones. And so for whatever reason, these don't really work very well for me. I don't know what's up with them. I don't know if it's because these have a line in my first pair didn't have a line. I had the invisible. Then now I got a line in these. And then the newer ones don't have a line or something. I'm not sure. But these, I was laughing at myself. Just, you know, I just want to share that in case you heard me giggling or something before I started talking and you didn't think I was nuts. Yeah, these glasses ain't working. All right, so the next fragrance that I want to share with you guys is called Chic Al Chouk. This is so gorgeous, and this one is from the House of Lattafa. Look at that bottle. I'm surprised I don't have more juice missing out of this particular fragrance. Absolutely gorgeous. And if you guys can hear that ringing, we're going to let that call go to voicemail. It's not children or grandchildren or loved one. And so we're good. This particular fragrance is one of those. Yes, it is one of those, you guys. This is something that I think I got that was sent to me. I'm not for sure. From a company called Gift Express, if I'm not mistaken. And I've got a couple of fragrances from that particular company. And I'm going to go in and talk. I'm going to come on and talk about that company and the fragrances that I have purchased or received from that company and what I think about them versus going online or directly to the company and ordering your fragrances, other than the price. Because sometimes you pay for what you get. So you may get a cheaper price somewhere, but then your spray or your atomizer might not be good. The bottle may be leaky and things of that nature. So we're going to get into that because I like sharing things like that. So I did pull the notes on this one because I've done a little bit of a recording on this particular fragrance before, but I wanted to tell you what was in this. This one has rose, cinnamon, it has saffron in it, it has caramel, patchouli, woodsy notes, which is oud. It's probably more of a synthetic note of oud or a cheaper note of oud, so they didn't mention it as oud or agarwood. It has vanilla, amber, and ambroxan. When I tell you this fragrance lasts all day long, it is so beautiful, you guys. And if you haven't noticed by now, there's a trend with me in oud and rose. I love those notes together. It's a little bit kind of maybe a little dusty because I've had this one for a minute. Not that long though. I probably have had this for maybe a year and a half. Again, extremely affordable. When you first spray out on this, it smells really, really syrupy. And when I first got this, I wasn't sure exactly what that was that I was getting. This is one of those fragrances that smells better as time goes along. Because I remember getting this originally and I'm going, it's okay. But this is so beautiful. You do want to give this fragrance an opportunity to thrive. Give it at least 4 to 5 minutes so it can get into your pores, so it can settle down, so the alcohol can dissipate and really find out what you're working with. This is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. If you love oud, roses, a little touch of saffron, if you like a gourmandy scent, and anyone can wear this. Anyone, men or women, it doesn't matter. This is gorgeous. It's sexy. Red light alert. Please be careful. And I'm a heavy sprayer, but you probably want to spray lightly at first, and then if you feel like it's not heavy enough when you adorn yourself with this one, you can go back in and you can spray a little bit more and kind of layer it, and then wait if you're getting dressed. And if you're like me, when you're getting dressed for an event or something, you take your time. You don't rush and get dressed, so you may have an opportunity to layer up maybe 3 or 4 times and then really get the full potency of this fragrance. So here is one that was, most of these are not blind buys. I don't like saying that particular verbiage or giving it a title of that, but this is a fragrance that I purchased and I had no idea what it smelled like. I didn't go off of any anybody else's content to tell me that it was good. I didn't get this information off TikTok or anything like that. I normally purchase fragrances off of a vibe, like most people who love fragrances, and this is one of those. I saw the bottle and it was a really good price, and I thought, let's find out what this one is about. This one is called Al Noble Wazir by Latafa, and you can actually see the juice in this one too if you lift it up to the light. There are several of these in this particular collection. I'm going to read to you what's in this one. It does not list a note of oud in this one, but trust me, it's got oud in it. It's a little touch. It's a little light. It's a little lightness, okay? But it's got some in there. This one is unisex, so it's for men and women. And this one has mint, orange, bergamot, juniper. It has chocolate. It has caramel or caramel, a little bit of pear in there, iris, a little bit of raspberry. It has amber, vanilla, musk, sandalwood, cedar, and vetiver. This is absolutely divine. Trust me when I tell you. This is so gorgeous, you guys. Like, you need a big one. Okay, we need a big one. We need a big one. They need to make this larger. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just enough sweetness. It is just enough smoothness, just enough creaminess, just a touch of fruitiness. It's got just enough masculinity in it so that a gentleman could wear this and smell delicious. It's enough femininity in this bottle for a woman to smell smackalicious. This is gorgeous. I love this fragrance. I'm super uber glad that I added this one to my collection. It's probably been in there for maybe a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. But whenever I found out about this one and saw a really good price for it, I grabbed it. These are a lot of times really, really affordable depending on what fragrances you grab. This is from the House of Lattafa. There are several fragrances in this particular line. This happens to be the only one that I have in my collection at this time. I love this fragrance. It smells so delicious. I've been enjoying this. I'm normally not like a raspberry type of girl, but this is so beautiful the way that they put this together. There was a lot of thought, a lot of intention, a lot of love and passion that went into the juices of this fragrance. You know what I always say when I have a gorgeous, or when I say gorgeous, this is a setup. Get you some. All right, so let's get into it. This next fragrance I recently shared on my Instagram page, I think. This fragrance has been in my collection for a very, very long time. Like when I started kind of amping up my fragrance collection a little bit, I added this one. And this is when I kind of start getting into oud and things of that nature. So this is probably something that I did purchase for myself. This fragrance, I try not, like when I started playing around with this one, I can't stop spraying on it. I will share that the atomizer on this one is a little bit on the side of being piss poor, but it is a really beautiful fragrance, and so I kind of let that go and I didn't complain about it because the price was really, really, you know, affordable. The fragrance is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of those fragrances where sometimes they ask a question, would you buy this again? Maybe. I normally don't do repeats on fragrances if I pick them up every now and again. And what I mean by every now and again, like once or twice a year, then I don't, because you don't run out of them. You kind of have them around for a really, really long time. But those that you run out of, that you use like a lot of, then yeah, if this was one of those, I would do that. But this one, no, it's not. This one is Oud 24 Hours. And let me put my glasses on because I want to tell you guys exactly who the house is. I think this is Ard Al Zaffaran, and I always say it wrong, but that's who this is made by. Ard Al Zaffaran. Okay. Hopefully you can see that better there. And this one is Oud 24 Hours. So delicious. It's got a little bit of chocolate in it. This is good, y'all. It's got a little bit of like a barbershop vibe to it. I've shared on many, many occasions that I love like that barbershop scent, especially on gentlemen. You know, after a fresh haircut or a fresh shave, you get that smell good on you. You know, not always, because some barbers and cosmetologists don't use the right astringents, but you know what I'm talking about when they smell real good. This. But then it has a little bit of a twist to it. It has a syrupy note to it. It has chocolate in it, like a heavy note of chocolate. And normally chocolate for me only works well like if it has like a bitter note or bitter almonds in it. Chocolate works well for me if it's a white chocolate. That always works good for me. So those are the ones that typically work really, really good for me. But this is so sexy. I sprayed this on like 2 nights ago, just to kind of revisit myself with this one, you know. And also I do that to check to make sure that there's still some good. Let me tell you something, this thing hasn't lost a beat. It is still gorgeous. It's really smooth in my opinion. It smells better than it did when I first got this. This is one of those oud fragrances that starts off a little bit sharp. If you spray too much of this, it will knock the people sitting next to you completely out. It has that power. It has a lot of beast mode, mama girl, mama boy scent factor to it. Scent bubble amazing, sillage amazing, your trail following you and before you, you're gonna smell this. It's not overpowering unless you have on too much of this. Then yes, but for some reason I like to spray this on me like when it's like bedtime, and just a very little bit. I did spray a little bit of this on last night before I took my little nap, and when I woke up this morning I could still smell this. It's good, y'all. Again, this is Oud 24 Hours by Ard Al Zaffaran. All right, so here's another one from my collection that is a celebratory for Oud Vember. This one is called Midnight Oud, and this one is again from the house of Ard Al Zaffaran. Okay, let me show you the bottle. You may order this one. I've seen where there are bottles that are different from this one. Okay, Midnight Oud. Isn't that bottle gorgeous? This is really, really gorgeous. So this is heavily on the oud side. If you do not like the note of leather, you're not going to like this, because you can smell it. You know, the smell of a brand new pair of good leather shoes, the smell of a leather jacket or coat, or anything, any leather good that is a very rich leather, well made. That's what you're going to smell in this, but it's so clean, and it's got like a fresh scent to it because it's got oregano, it's got pimento in it. This is gorgeous, y'all. I mean, like really, really beautiful. You can find this for a really, really affordable price. I'll bring it in a little bit closer again for you. This is Midnight Oud from Ard Al Zaffaran. You can probably find this for a really, really great price. I've had this for a very long time. In fact, if you order this one, you may not get the bottle that's made like this, because this is pretty old, and you see how loose the cap is there. So you may not get this one. So I'm really, really careful with this because I love the way this bottle looks. And as you can tell, if this is not taken care of or handled properly, this could probably, you know what I'm saying, fall and, you know, things of that nature. So you have to be really, really careful with this one. But I love this one. Midnight Oud, Ard Al Zaffaran. If you love the note of oud, if you love your herbal notes, a earthier scent, you got leather in this, you got pimento in this, you have beautiful components that make up a beautiful fragrance. And I like to pair this one with Baccarat Rouge, you guys. It smells absolutely gorgeous with those two paired together. All right, so this next one, it really doesn't need any type of hype. I wish I had like one of those alarms that sounded off like that alarm clock that my son has when it's time for him to wake up, and he let it go for like an hour. Wah, 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 wah. For what, I don't know. Like, just turn it off. You're up. What's going on here? That's what this fragrance needs, you guys. This is sexy. Woo! I have probably had this in my collection for maybe a year, probably less than that, and you can see where the juice is. This fragrance right here is dangerous. I'm telling you right now, don't even play with it. It's dangerous. Listen, you gotta have self-control. This starts off with a note of agarwood, so it's heavy on it. It's got sugar, it's got vanilla, sandalwood, herbal notes, woodsy notes, fire. If you do not like any notes of cannabis in your colognes or fragrances, don't buy this. Okay, because normally that's what herbal notes are. I'm not saying that's what's in this, but I believe that that's what it is. If it say green notes, or and it doesn't say grass, or you know what I'm saying, just to be on the safe side, if you are a person that doesn't want to get any on you, then I wouldn't purchase this. However, if you just love fragrances altogether, because most of your colognes and fragrances have a boozy note in them anyways, just so you know. They never tell you everything that's in your fragrances, so I just want to throw that out there to you. It's just perfume. You're not drinking it. But I wanted to let you know that because some people just don't care to participate at all. And I totally get that, right? But this right here is just a spray away, baby. This is so good. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is extremely affordable. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but trust me, if I bought it for myself, 9 times out of 10, chances are this is probably real, like under $50. I know for sure. And when I say this thing lasts all day and all night, if you know how to layer your fragrances properly, you got yourself something right here. This is one that if I were to repurchase this one, I would. It's juicy, it's sexy, it's got just enough sugar on it. This is really, really heavy, and I like wearing this in the summertime. That's probably why it is almost gone, because fragrances like this work so well for me in the summertime. Get you some. Okay, so here's another one, and I think this one is from, yeah, this is Latifah. I don't have, like I told you, I don't have my glasses on, so by D. L. Oud, and this is the amethyst one, you guys. I have all of the ones that are in this collection, including the black bottle. So you got the black, you've got the red, the purple, and the white. I love all of them. All of them smell really, really good. But this one right here is really, really special. Like it's got something in it that just, and it's probably a note of rose in it. I didn't pull the notes on this one because I kind of just grabbed, but this is so good, y'all. If you don't have this one in your collection, what are you waiting for? Like, I waited a really long time to add this one on to my collection, because the first one I was gifted, and then the second and the third and the fourth one I was sent. So I only purchased this one, and when I got this, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is so gorgeous. And I think it's probably because the first one that I got was okay, which is the original by D. L. Oud, and I liked it, but I actually like the original fragrance, of which it is a dupe for, better. But this right here, this is a timeless classic, signature scent worthy, sexy date night. Bring all the kings to the court. Well, you only need one king, but you might get a few stragglers following in behind you. This is some good juice, y'all. Get you some. This one is by D. L. Oud Amethyst from Latifah. Sexy. Telling you right now. Wear this and go to Home Depot if you're looking. I mean, you don't have to just be out there in the club with all your stuff hanging all out trying to catch some, because that's what all you're gonna catch is something. But when you go to the warehouse, what you call it, the I don't even know, Home Depot, and what's the other one? I like the other one even better. I can't even think of the name right now, because my mind is I'm trying to keep my mind centered, right? I'm trying to stay calm and peaceful and say the right things. But when you go in there, even though you got your little sweats on and stuff, spray your little fragrance on or something like that, because that's where they be. I mean, what else you gonna do? What you taught? You can't keep complaining about. You can't bump into nothing. You can't go. You gotta stop going to them singles ministry meetings and go to the hardware store and buy you a tape measure and get you a toolkit and learn how to go get you some blinds cut, and do some things like that, and learn how to put them up and learn how to do some wallpaper. Go in these stores like that. And while you working on fixing up your spot, who knew? The last fragrance that I want to share with you guys is absolutely gorgeous. Don't mind me, but I'm just trying to help you out. All right, this one is called Ruat Al Oud. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just can't imagine what I was doing before I had this in my collection. Look at the bottle. Look at this. And what I love about this too, because I'm a real dainty type of girly girl, when you spray it, this kind of makes a little noise. So it's like I sprayed a little bit of this on yesterday. See how when you spray it, it make a little, just a little, like a charm bracelet type of sound. This is so pretty. I'm not sharing what's in this. It's beautiful. Trust me on this. If you love gorgeous fragrances, if you love a beautiful scent, a sweet type of, and I'm going to tell you what this smells like to me. It has a sweet, boozy note remnant to it. That's not what's in this, but that's what it smells like. And you do know that when your fruits have marinated for a very long time and have fermented, they will give you that smell. Okay, so when you combine your oud or agarwood with beautiful notes of caramel or caramel or praline, if you have a little bit of vanilla, if you got a little bit of a syrupy note coming in from like a raspberry or strawberries, blackberries, things of that nature, you're going to get that scent out of your fragrance after it sits for a while. Timeless classic. Get you some. Well, those are all of the fragrances that I wanted to celebrate for Oud Vember at this time. We've got a long way to go in November, and so who knows, I may pop on and share some more because I definitely have more of them to share. And I love fragrances with oud in them, and so why not? Why keep it to yourself? I wanted to pop on also and just encourage someone other than myself, because sometimes that's all we can do is encourage ourselves, right? I love that song called Encourage Yourself. Donald Lawrence, I believe. Yeah. And I love that song. So, yeah. You know, sometimes you can get weary in well-doing, right? In the Bible, the scriptures talk about that, how, you know, you say to yourself, you may even speak it to God or somebody else, like, I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to treat people right. I'm on the right road. I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm walking in my calling. I'm walking in my purpose. I'm doing the do. And you just keep saying to yourself, why am I being tested? Why, the more I treat this person nice, the worse they behave? Why this? Why that? Why this? Why that? Well, instead of always saying, why me? Why not you? You know, never get weary in your well-doing. If you know you're walking in your purpose, you know you're walking in your calling, you know that you're going to get tried on every side. But as long as you have the anointing on your life, you know that no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. The word doesn't say it's not going to form. It doesn't say you're not going to get irritated. It doesn't say that you're not going to get impatient from time to time. It doesn't say that you are not going to want to throw in the towel and give up. But give up for what? Throw in the towel where? You're going to just end up bending over and picking it back up and washing it and starting over from scratch anyway. So you might as well just endure and encourage yourself. You can encourage yourself through music. You can encourage yourself by writing and journaling, studying your word, getting in groups of friends and people who are like-minded and not hanging around naysayers and people that don't have your best interest at heart just to say that you have a friend, or just to say that you have friends, or just to be a part of something and feel like you belong. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, all you need is me. This is your girl, Color Me Bad Lynn, saying thank you guys for watching. I so miss doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed this recording among many, many others. I want to thank all of my subscribers. We are going to try and pop on once a month at least and share some of the questions and comments that were popping up on my channel so that I can address those people that are supporting me and asking me questions, even if it's the same question over and over again. I don't mind. That's what we're here for, is to live, learn, laugh, and enjoy one another. Encourage somebody today. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving somebody a compliment. It won't take anything from you. It won't take any shine from your light if you have one. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.